We are live with Lunch Break Live. I am here with the vegan chef Julie Atri of Elive Food. What are you making today?
Hi, everybody. Hi, Paige. Thank you for inviting me to do this. Today, we're going to be making Rainbow Quinoa, and the special sauce we're going to be using is a seed-based cheese sauce. This is an amazing sauce. You can put it literally on anything, and it just adds a humongous amount of dimension to a dish and a ton of nutrition. So let's get started.
Let's get cooking.
This is avocado, which we're going to top off the dish with the avocado. So this is where we're going to come back to.
Love it.
So we're going to start. So I like to cook at medium heat. So once the pan heats up, we'll turn it to medium. Now, another thing we're going to be doing today, as we're cooking whole plant-based dish, is we're not going to use any oil. Now you can use oil or not with this dish when you're cooking at home, but I'm not going to use any oil, so you can see how we can cook without oil. And my family actually likes the vegetables the way they come out without oil. So we're going to wait another second. I can kind of tell when the pan is hot. It's not hot yet. And we'll get started. Now, this cheese sauce is all seed-based, as I said, and the ingredients. Should we talk about the cheese sauce?
Let's get cooking. Let's start. We'll make that happen, and then we'll talk about the cheese sauce later because everyone's so excited to see all your cooking skills. Let's go.
All right. So what we're doing is we're cooking the vegetables first, and the way I like to cook is with the vegetables that don't release so much water, because we are using no oil. So we're starting with the zucchini. We're going to add a tiny bit of water. And I personally like to use wooden utensils that aren't plastic, or anything that is going to not release any kind of chemicals into our food. So we're going to leave this for a second.
Now, did you see that was zucchini?
Yes, that is zucchini, and I've chopped it up on an angle. Now, did you know that zucchini cooks differently and tastes differently depending on how you slice it? That's pretty much true for any vegetables. They will definitely taste different depending on how they're sliced. So I like to slice my vegetables, let's say julienne, and then we have some onions, red bell peppers that we're going to be adding, and I have some Brussels sprouts. Now, a lot of people don't like Brussels sprouts because of, and I think the reason is how they are cooked. If you cook them properly and you cook them within a dish, then they are completely different. Maybe we can have a little bit of a close-up of the cookie.
What's fun is we're going back and forth with a 2-camera shot today, everybody. Welcome to Lunch Break Live. We are a daily cooking show here on Jane Unchained, Jane Unchained News, janeunchained.com, where you'll find hundreds of recipes that are printable, including this one. Okay, I see those red peppers are going in the hot pan. Again, this is a no-oil dish, everybody, and this is incredible. Ooh.
So the idea is that we're going to cook the dish with its own water. So as the vegetables release their water, the vegetables will cook within their own juices, and it makes a huge difference. Now, I don't like to turn them too much. So now that we've added onions and peppers, as we know that onions and peppers have a lot more water in them, so they'll release their water. Now the zucchini and onions and peppers will all cook in the juices of the onions and the peppers. And that's the idea.
Awesome. Now, how long do you usually let them cook?
You know, my signal that things are getting ready is when my zucchini starts to turn, it starts to have a little brown color come on.
Got it. Now, I think you mentioned Yeah, and you were mentioning quinoa. Now, did you pre-cook the quinoa, or is that something?
Yeah, I have. So this is just the yellow quinoa that I've pre-cooked. And the way you cook quinoa is either 1-to-1 water ratio or 1.5-to-1 water ratio. Now, what I wanted to do is talk a little bit about quinoa. You know, it's really interesting when I go to a restaurant or whatever, I will order something with quinoa and the person who's taking the order will say, well, do you want to add protein to that? Right? The never ending protein conversation of vegans. And did you know that quinoa has all the aminos of a protein? So it's a complete protein within itself.
Yes, I did realize that. So we don't need to add more protein. It's a full, complete protein, right? And then you're just adding, yeah, you can add some sauces or some veggies or, okay, now you told me you made this cheesy sauce and I am just so excited to see what's inside of this Master Seed cheesy sauce. Do you want to take us through that?
Yes, I do. So this is the end product of all the different ingredients that's in here. We're going to blend this up, but let me just show you what I have in here. This is Red Star nutritional yeast. The reason I put them in glass jars is because I want to take them out of their plastic containers as quickly as possible. So we have Red Star nutritional yeast in there. Then we have sunflower seeds in there. We have hemp seeds.
Yeah.
And we have, now you can use any kind of oil. You can use a neutral oil or you can use, you know, a mild olive oil. But personally, I like to use hemp oil for two reasons. One, it just tastes that much better. Two, it just adds that extra nutrition. I'm always trying to see ways of adding more and more nutrition into my food. So this is my go-to. Then we have a tiny bit of apple cider vinegar in there. We have some sun-dried tomatoes.
Nice.
And believe it or not, we have a tiny, like a pinch of chili pepper in there. It does not taste peppery whatsoever, but it just adds like this multi-layered flavor to the cheese. We have a tiny bit of salt and water, and that's pretty much it. We have did I mention garlic? So we have some garlic powder in there. And it seriously tastes amazing.
And Julie, do you soak the seeds first or do you put them in raw like that?
No, I do not. So literally I just measured out all the ingredients and you'll have the recipe. And it's just in here. Everything is literally in here. And nothing was pre-soaked or anything. And then basically I use, because this is such a small amount, I'll use my NutriBullet to blend it.
Nice.
Now going back to the vegetables, they're getting done. So I'm going to add.
Now, I want to say, which vegetables are those?
That's Brussels sprouts. So I'm adding Brussels sprouts towards kind of like middle end.
Nice.
So I will leave it alone for another second. Now, you know, I've turned down the heat to medium because as the pan heats up, you don't want the vegetables to overcook.
Sure.
So now I'm going to go ahead and blend this while the vegetables are cooking, if that's okay.
Okay. And I'm hoping that maybe your daughter's going to join you for the blender dance.
Yeah, she's dying to dance. So she's going to do the blender dance and I'll join
you. Hi, Uma. Welcome.
So I just want to give it a good
That's
link.
So fun. I love
it. This is so much fun.
Uma, you're doing a fabulous job with the camera work today. We just really want to thank you so much. And I hear that you also have some great cooking skills. We are live with Lunch Break Live. The blender dance is happening. Uma is in the kitchen. Yep. So much fun. We have Julie and Uma. And Uma, I was just saying that I understand that you like to cook with your girlfriends. Is that right? Friends. Awesome. And you do your own. All right, we are really blending now. This is so exciting.
You know, the thing is, you'll see why. It's really blended really nicely. I can see it, and it really tastes cheesy when it's blended really nicely, which is why I use like a high-speed blender for that. So now I'm going to go ahead and add the carrots because we're
look how colorful. Now this is really eating the rainbow, which is so important as you're transitioning to plant-based. Maybe you're fully vegan, to make sure you're getting all your colorful fruits in there, vegetables in there. Well, not the fruits in there, but the veggies. So important to keep that rainbow on your plate. Love it.
You know what else I'm going to add is a little bit of ginger. Now you can add the ginger on the front end or at the end. I like to add it towards the end because that way it doesn't kind of burn off and it has that gingery flavor to it. So, as you can see that our zucchini is, here, I'll pick one up. The zucchini is nice and it's got that little red on it, but it's cooked, it's cooked on top, but inside it's still going to be very crunchy. Our peppers are not overdone. Nothing here is overdone. And what I wanted to be noticed was that we didn't add a whole lot of water here either. So as long as we add the onions, like something extra watery towards the middle of the vegetables, we're good to go. Now let's check this cheese sauce here.
Okay, now listen, here's the really cool thing.
Yeah.
I'm so excited to share with people about Elive Food. And Julie, I was looking at your Instagram, and you and I have so many friends. The Avo Cafe friends.
Oh yeah.
Just so many places that you have your delicious cheesecakes, everybody. So you're located in Joshua Tree, California, right outside there.
Yes.
And you are in the local Los Angeles and California areas, all up and down the coast, I see. All the way up to Santa Barbara, Montecito.
Yes, Ojai. I'll actually be in Ojai on Saturday.
Nice. Ojai to Santa Monica. And also, is it true that people can order your cheesecakes? Yes,
you can order them online. Pretty much all of our products can be ordered online at elivefood.com. And our cheesecakes do phenomenal. Literally, we sell out all the time. I should bring some by for you and have you try them. What do you think, Paige?
Woo! I would love to.
I'll be going right by your house, right, on Saturday. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to shut off the heat at this point because I think we're warm enough, and we're going to add the quinoa.
I see. So you pre-cook it, then you add it to the warm pan.
Yeah, and basically that's pretty much it. We add it towards the end. Now I've pre-cooked the yellow quinoa, but there's many different variations you can have. Now I'll just leave it on top, put a tiny bit more. And what I do is I just put a cover on it.
Okay.
And just like that for like a couple of seconds.
Nice.
Because that way it just kind of gets heated up. The quinoa gets heated up, but it doesn't get recooked because we don't want to recook the quinoa.
Yes.
And this is actually Uma's favorite sauce, so I'm gonna have her try it.
Come on, Uma. Let's see.
I've tried it so many times. So if you can see the consistency, can you see it?
Yeah, I think so. Bring it real close. Yeah, a little higher. There we go. A little higher. Oh yeah. So it's like it kind of pours.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it literally, so for me, this is, this has been as close to quote unquote cheese as possible. And actually it tastes much better. And I don't have to wait for it to melt or anything, right? It's already melted. I pour it on and it just tastes amazing. So here you go.
There you go. Now, I understand that you grew up in New Delhi, India. Yeah?
I did. I grew up. Yeah.
And you learned about the Ayurvedic teachings and that way of life, and now you incorporate that into your foods. Love it.
So, adding herbs like ginger, ginger is very warming. And it's funny, I'll share a quick little story with you. When I was a little kid, my grandfather never had any ice. He never had iced coffee or iced tea, anything. And in the summertime, he would have just a regular hot tea. And we would ask him, like, why do you have hot tea? He would actually, every morning he would put ginger, the original or authentic way of making chai is basically with cardamom and ginger and putting a tiny bit of cinnamon at the end. But so we make that like every single day. So ginger is amazing. It has amazing properties with just, it's cleansing, it's warming, and it's just great year round. Now, variations of this dish, if you don't like ginger, you can use garlic.
Okay.
The dish would taste completely, much different. Now, there's other things you can do for variations. Instead of having just yellow quinoa, you could have a combination of yellow and red quinoa, and it would give it even more color.
Okay.
I've made it with, so this is brown basmati rice and wild rice. So you can have a combination of the two. You can just have it with rice. So it's just so many different ways that you can make this dish, and it's amazing no matter which way you make it. And then,
wait, Julie, so you also have at Elive, you said different crusts and things. What else does what else is your product line?
We have cauliflower pizza crust and burger buns. And so with the cauliflower pizza crust and burger buns, it's literally, we get the cauliflower, we rice it in the kitchen, and in there we only have cauliflower, garbanzo bean flour, chia seeds, and spices. And then we basically make the pizza crust and the buns. And they're literally amazing. I'm sure I have one in the fridge thawing out right now. I always have them on hand. Quick way to make literally anything. I mean, I'm sure you've seen on my Instagram so many different ways of making pizza, and I use this cheese on literally all the pizzas and bowls. And I have this, I have a thing made, like a jar made in my fridge that's almost ready to go out. So I'm really excited that we just made another batch. So I'll have it.
I love it.
Yeah, so I like to have this bowl in my wooden bowl because for some reason it gives it that earthy flavor. But literally, so should we?
Yeah, let's dish it up. You got it. And so, do you warm the sauce or you keep it room temperature?
Well, this particular one is at room temperature. Now, if I was, if it was in the fridge, I would just take some out and put it in a bowl and get it to room temperature. You can basically warm it up a tiny bit. You don't want to warm it up too much because it will burn. As you see, it just has very delicate ingredients. So you can leave it at room temperature, and you just basically pour on top. And when you mix it, you'll see that. So you can just basically pour it right on top.
What I love about this sauce, Julie, is that it's made with seeds. You hear a lot of, recipes with sauces that are made from cashews or almonds, but I love that this is made with sesame seeds. Very unique.
No, hemp seeds, and sunflower seeds, nutritional yeast. So it's basically, because, even with Elive Food, I have cashew cakes. And I don't want to be eating cashews all the time. So this is just, to me, it's a huge, like a really good alternative, and it provides that much nutrition. I mean, hemp is just amazing. We have hemp seeds in there. We have hemp oil in there. So we have a lot of nutrition going on in here. And then we add avocado on top. And what I'd like to do is add some nuts. Like, we don't have enough nuts in here, but you know what? Today I will add some some black sesame seeds, because we don't have any dark element here. So we'll just add a tiny bit of black sesame seeds.
Yeah, sesame seeds are amazing. That's funny. I was channeling sesame seeds, but you were talking about sunflower seeds.
So here we have it.
Yeah. Oh, and you put the avocado right on top. That is delicious. Look at this bowl, and that did not take long at all. Vibrant, delicious, yummy foods for you, everybody. Elive, did I say that correctly?
Yes, Elive Food.
Elive Food with Julie Atri. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us here on Lunch Break Live. Wow. Anything else you want to share with us? I mean, I don't know. Do you want to go and grab one of your crusts or anything, maybe?
Oh, sure. I'll do that. Give me 1 second.
Come to the camera for a second. I want to ask you something. If you're willing. If you like. If you're willing, Uma. What is your favorite thing about that sauce? What do you like the most?
I don't know. Maybe the flavor is really good. Like, it has like the exact right spices. It's not like spicy at all, but at the same time, it's not bland. So where it's like the exact right spices, and it's very yummy.
And what do you like to make? What are your favorite things to cook?
Well, a lot of times I'll cook quinoa. So I help cook the quinoa in the dish. Red lentil, which is also pronounced dal, and
okay, so I have to share a story. You know, not sometimes, quite a bit. So, you know, we just moved to Joshua Tree last year, so we haven't been here for very long. And so our kitchen, my commercial kitchen, is still in LA, so I have to go back and forth quite often. So one day Uma says, "Mom, I'm gonna make food for you, so when you come back, there'll be something ready to eat." And that day she made quinoa and dal, which is red lentil, like all on her own.
Wow.
It was delicious, and what a thoughtful thing to do. And I was just so proud of her, where I know that if I left, if she was by herself for a couple of days, that I know that she'll be fine as far as, eating and stuff like that. And so another thing that,
She has it down.
Yeah, she has the basics. And, she actually cooked the quinoa for this dish, which was really exciting. So these are the buns.
Yeah, bring them real close. Let's see. So they come great. Yeah.
So this is the bun.
Okay, nice. It's so fun to meet the I've seen these products on the market, and here you are, everyone, meeting Julie, the owner and creator of these. Look, bring it close. What do we have? Oh, those are the cheesecakes. Oh, I love
this is rose and cardamom. So I like to experiment a lot with spices in the cake, so they add dimension to the cake. So I also make a turmeric milk cake, which is amazing. And some of the stores here in Joshua Tree order just the special cakes because that's what they want and their customers love it. But this is one of our they all do really well. I mean, this is just regular strawberry that everybody loves. So there's several different flavors, and and they all can be ordered online. We ship within California, and we're starting to ship around the different states that are bordering California. And
nice.
Then, that's it. Now,
all right. bring the dish up really close so we can see it one more time as we head
Here it
out.
is.
Thank you for joining us, everybody. How delicious does that bowl look? It looks like a rainbow bowl. It really does. With the delicious quinoa and the seed-based cheesy sauce. Julie, thank you so much. Thanks,
Thank
everybody,
you.
for watching us here on Lunch Break Live, and we'll see you